everybody, this is Living Dread Girl with Locks, Knots, and Stitches, a fiber arts podcast. And this is episode number 13. I live here in beautiful Rochester, New York with my son, 3 dogs, 3 cats, 3 reptiles. I am most active on Instagram as locks_knots_stitches. The best way to contact me is locksknotsstitches@gmail.com. And of course, as always, there's Raverly, and I'm SparklingWater000. Excuse me. Please remember to support your local roller derby, Rock City Roller Derby, and Flower City Fear for me, and your local yarn and fiber shops. That is the Black Purl and the Village Yarn and Fiber Shop. And I just want to say thank you to all my returning viewers and all my new viewers. Your love and support is super appreciated. Whoop whoop! I got through that mess. That's not mess, but you know. Hashtag oh dear girl. Hashtag I am a hot mess. All the time. It's true. It's true. It's okay. I'm gonna try and speak up and project my voice. Make sure that I don't start falling off like I normally do. So that's one thing I'm working on. Alright. So let's get into Top Banana. After I have some coffee. Okay. So I just want to go over real fast in this section why I don't really talk about my work a whole lot. Because I found that people tend to ask questions and advice, which I don't mind, but sometimes it's really hard to give without seeing the exact situation and the people and animals involved, and knowing their everyday life and what's up and seeing that. So I really try not to get into that too much, because it's really easy to give not bad advice, but the wrong advice for the wrong person. Working with animals, it's very tailored to everyone's situation. So what's going to work for me and mine is not going to necessarily work for you. So I try not to delve into that, and I just try to avoid it completely. But obviously, if you live here and you know me, well then, yeah, that's a whole nother different story. But, you know, and, you know, but any outside of that advice and questions and anything like that, yes, I am more than happy to answer about animals, so that's perfectly fine. So, another thing, local to me, there's a trunk show at the Black Purl. Shirsty Cat is a company. I will put some pictures somewhere on the screen. I'm not exactly sure where. When I go back to edit, I'll see exactly where to put it. And that is this Saturday, December 9th at the Black Purl. I will put the time and information and all that down below and on the screen for you. I can't wait. I'm excited. I just got a check. Like, I don't know how some of your guys' insurance works, but I got a check. Like, I don't know. I'm sorry, I was going to explain it and like, I don't know. I know nothing. No, I know a little bit, but explaining it, I see it in my head and it's just not, there's no words to say. I mean, I live in my own world most of the time, so yeah. But anyways, I got a check back from the insurance company. That's all I got to say about that. So, yarn it is. That's all I got to say. That check is yarn, yarn, yarn. What else? I got a new phone. Not super new, like, still another $100 phone, but it's cute and pretty, and it does all these fancy things. So it's pretty much the same as my other phone, but a different case. Slimmer case, I guess. I put the protection screen on it, and yeah, has like my little pen I love, so that's something that I love. I don't film my podcast, obviously, on my phone. I have a camera for that, so. I eventually want to buy another, sorry, I was turning off the phone. I eventually want to buy another camera specifically just for film. So that's very, very far off in the future. Alright, and then, is there anything else in my top banana section? Not really. Alright, moving on. What I'm drinking. Well, I was drinking black coffee this morning. And then I just treated myself to some breakfast. Some alone time with me. It's my day off, so kids at school. So got me some alone time. I treated myself to a simple McDonald's breakfast. And I don't know why I do this, but every now and again I try some fancy latte. And whew, a little rough on my system. Even the breakfast is a little rough on my system. But anyway, so that's what I'm drinking, and then I keep slowly refilling it. I don't know why I was raising it way up there. Refilling it with my coffee. So, yeah. I love my black coffee, y'all. Only lattes I really like are like soy lattes. Just very plain soy lattes. And that's it. So on to charity. If you remember last episode, I was talking about little hats, big. Did I say big hearts? I don't know what I wrote. I'm gonna go little hats, big hearts. It's about the heart awareness in February for newborns and their mothers. So that's the first hat I made. I kind of made it off the pattern, the crochet pattern on the website that they offered. I had to modify it a bit. And that worked out okay. And then the next one. Just a simple kind of cone shape. And then the last one. Very simple. And I made this one to flip up so they can kind of wear it home in Rochester in February. And then, so this is, let me grab the yarn to reach across my table without knocking my other yarns over. So I caked up 4 of these, and I used one already. I have this one. I didn't really like do it by weight, so I just caked them up and just went with it. It was just like a giant skein of yarn. It's a acrylic blend because it's much softer. They wanted acrylic, so synthetic blend, but just to give it a little bit more softness to it. Some of the acrylics can be a little rough. Some are good, but I didn't have a ton of money, and I knew the synthetic blends can be quite nice, so went for it. Still machine washable, so all that fun jazz. Alrighty. Hopefully I'll make some more. Obviously I got plenty of yarn. I just kind of do it in between things, like try to whip them up real fast. So I got 3 done. I think that's pretty good. Alright. Finished objects. Oh my goodness. Let's start with these ones first. So, I crocheted these. Now these are fingerless mitts without, so I know a lot of people don't necessarily use the finger holes, so I did it without. And I put a little lacy pattern on the top. And I will insert a picture so you can see what they look like on, and you can see how the lace pattern fans out. Excuse me, I did not want to like block it because I know it would kind of, it just looks nicer when you put it on and you see the lace pattern. So, and plus I wanted so this is a gift. I want the recipient of the gift to block it, so I'm going to write out really nice instructions. It's cotton, so I have instructions for them how to shape it to their hand. And I'm going to give them a little bit of, woolite to wash this in the kind of, in maybe a color blocking sheet. Excuse me, sorry, I've been sick a little bit, so. But yeah, so what I did was I made a left and right one. And the reason why I did that, I wrote my own pattern so I can have a base pattern and then go up from there. I think it's fairly simple to make one and just copy it. You know, you don't have to necessarily do you could do it exactly the same, just put it on the other hand. That would mean you would take out the seam and just keep going in a spiral. And that's okay, but sometimes I don't like the spiral because, especially when I want to use this as a base pattern to do color work and other items, I really need for it to step up, easily count the stitches and whatnot. So that's why there's a seam in here, and it's not that bad. And it's on the inside of your hand, so let me see if I can. So it's right there. But yeah, so there's a left and right one. So she'll be quite happy. It's Secret Santa at work. And then I was like, your favorite color is pink, right? Or orange? She goes, no, it's blue. I was like, well, damn it. So then I made her these. Again, I did the same thing with the seam. I just want to make sure you can see. Same thing here. Oh, before I go on to those, let me show you the yarn for these. So this is the yarn, if you remember, I used for the, there you go. I used for my washcloths. And so I used that right here. There is no name for it. And then the pink yarn, I found this in Stash. So this is Peaches and Cream. It's a really old tag, it looks like. 4-ply worsted weight, the softest 100% cotton yarn. That's what it says. 70.9 grams, 2.5 ounces. The color is Rose Pink, dye lot 331. And so, yeah, here's the that's the tag. And that's the color. So I thought they looked really cute together. And there's just enough of that speckle in that cotton yarn to really like just be enough. So let me go back to these again. What I did was what I'm doing, actually, let me just say this real fast, is I'm doing, regardless of the type of cuff I will put on these, I'm doing 3 single crochets at the bottom and 3 single crochets at the top of the cuff. Because some cuffs might stretch out, some may not. So this is just to keep it uniform and to keep the stitch count easy going. I highly doubt I'm going to publish this pattern. I think this is just for me. So don't hold your breath. I may or may not. But anyway, so I made the mistake of putting it on Facebook, and someone, I'm like, oh God, I don't really want to do that. So this is knit the long way, not in the round. One side is single crochet and one side is double crochet through the back loop. So I just picked the side that I like and seamed it on the wrong side, flipped it inside out, put my single crochets right here, single crochets right here, and then I just did that, did my thumb gusset, and then I put a cute little simple lace pattern at the top. So yeah. Hopefully, I think she'll like them. Someone said she would. So that's good. Alright, so back to these. Again, similar design with the single crochet, single crochet. So, I don't know, this color is like a blue-green. It depends on the light you're in. But anyways, I thought it was just a nice color. I matched it with this gray that's actually, well, I'll tell you the color in a minute. It's actually blue jean. So it's actually like a bluish gray. So I thought they were nice colors for each other. And again, it's a similar pattern but different than this because I put more stitches in this because seems like this one would be a little bit tighter than a mitten. So a few more stitches, and like I said, I did the seaming and then the decreases. One thing I might change is I might extend down into the decreases when you do the row, because normally you do a decrease row and then a non-decrease row, decrease, non-decrease, I don't know what you call that. I think when it gets to those decreases part, I might extend, like extend the crochet down up into there and then back up. Sounded more complicated than it needed to be, but, and I can do that on the inside or outside depending on how the decoration, how decorated you want it or non-decorated. And again, I did left and right so I can do like a color work pattern for crochet. And there they are. Again, I will show pictures of them on, and I can keep putting them on. So, yep, this is just your typical front post and back post double crochet right there. But yeah, they were a lot of fun to make. They were real easy to make. Pattern took a little bit of rewriting, but it was a lot of fun. So it's my base pattern, so I can do a lot more fun things. And I think I'll do the slip stitch ribbing with these next time. Yeah, the slip stitch. Specifically the slip stitch. It just takes me a while to do that one. Not sure why, but it does look nice. And it's stretchy but tight. So, again, these are in cotton. And so the first one was, I used a whole ball of this one. And I used like 6 inches of this one because I messed up somewhere. I would have had the 6 inches to spare, but I messed up at some point and needed the extra 6 inches. So this is Premier Home Cotton. And it is 80 grams. It's 140 yards, 128 meters, 2.8 ounces. And this is a cotton polyester mix. It says, cotton blended with polyester means projects stay brighter, dry faster, and last longer. Well, I guess there's a lot of like pieces falling off, like pieces of yarn. Like it peeled immediately as I was looking at it, and as I was crocheting it, pieces were falling off. So I don't know. Apparently it's going to hold up, so we'll find out. I think I'm a knit or crochet, I'm not sure. Probably. Oh, I should cover my face, show you this. I'll knit or crochet something in this and test it out with water and see. And then the other yarn was, oh, what is this? This is Lily Sugar and Cream. This is a super size, y'all. Well, no, it's not. This is 4 ounces, 113 grams, approximately 200 yards, 184 meters. Oh, I didn't tell you what the other color is. I'm a hot mess. Oh, dear girl. Let me tell you the color of this first. This is turquoise. So this one is a turquoise. Okay. Back to here. And then this one is blue jeans. And this is a skein I used with a ball. So I used, oh shoot, I can't remember. I have a scale. So this is my scale. I can tell you how much I used of this. Hang on, let it zero out. So there's 63 left. I am too tired to do the math in my head. I have not been feeling well. Hang on one second. Oh, sorry. So I used 50 grams. So I used, and that's for both gloves. So basically, I used 25 grams per each glove of this blue jean and 40 grams on each glove of the turquoise. So I have a total of 80 grams of the turquoise and 50 grams of the blue jean to make these mittens. So these are the basic mitten pattern. So when it comes to other stuff, it can be bigger and smaller. The reason why I don't feel like making a pattern is I don't feel like doing sizes. I'm gonna be honest. I don't. That seems like a lot of work, and I don't feel like it. And if I were to do sizes, I'd want to do them correctly, like not do some mathematical equation and size them down. I know sometimes that doesn't work with these, or work with certain sizes, so I'd rather just not. But I guess I could if I really had to. So, you know, but here they are. So my 2 finished objects are not for me. They're a gift for a coworker. So, I actually want to keep them. Oh dear girl, oh dear. Let me refill this coffee, yo. I thought I was going to have another finished object done. That after the 3rd, 5th, or billionth time ripping back, I guess I'm not going to have that object done. Oh yeah. Oh. Well, everyone just saw that. That's the last of that coffee. Oh dear. Okay. So good, so good, so good. Alright, so there's a new segment I'm going to put on. Maybe not every time, but it'll be here. And that's called a Blast from the Past. So I just want to show you. I have 2 blasts from the past I want to show you. This is my hat. This was loom knit. Yeah, and it's holy. Not in a bad way, because I have a lot of hair. But I did a nice tight, that ribbing that you fold over, I did that. I followed some pattern and then I didn't follow the pattern. I elongated it. So, don't ask me what the pattern was. It's probably on YouTube somewhere. I really like this stitch, but looms are so hard to, they're expensive. Nice looms, you know. You're trying to work with the looms you get from Joann's and stuff, and some of them, even the ones that are looser gauge, are kind of cheap, so. Did I say looser gauge? Tighter gauge. Kind of cheap. The metal looms that I want, that I had showed in previous podcasts, oh my god, are so gorgeous. I might order the stock loom though, seriously. And that's it. They're so expensive, I just can't afford it. But anyways, so there was a pattern for like a slouchy hat. Clearly this is not a slouchy hat. So I feel like, yeah, I added the yarn on the wrong side, but no one needs to worry themselves about that. The slouchy hat. So I think it's up here. So it would have decreased right here. And then you would have slowly bound off and had a slouchy hat. So once I decreased, I decreased up here. And then I just, you know, did a little bit of garter. I don't know what stitch this is, by the way. So I did this stitch, garter, this stitch, garter, basket weave, garter, this stitch again, and then my janky pom-pom. And then the top is just it's just plain stockinette. And I'll get up and show the hat closer. And that's pretty cool. I like it. I might need another one. With that's what I'm trying to figure out now. How I'm gonna do it. This was double stranded, by the way. Ooh, excuse me. And that was just red heart yarn, so don't ask me for no colors. Okay, so this one, this other blast from the past. Okay. Is this cowl I made? And this is an acrylic wool blend. I know this is a Lions brand. Is it Quick and Easy, you guys? And this is Bernat Woolies. So it's a chunky crochet, and it's Tunisian crochet with a double crochet border. And it's my own design. So it's interlock Tunisian crochet. And it is, show you how it's, if you can see how it's seamed together kind of oddly. Not sure where I was going with it, but it works. I'll show you closer what it looks like. I should move the light so you can see. Oh, my light's falling now. Here. There you go. Sorry. Alright, so now you can see I moved the light. So basically, it's just crossed over itself, and then I just seamed it together. And when you have it on, like you'll see like one end kind of like that, one across the front, and then one across the back. So that's pretty, it's pretty cool in my opinion. Really warm. So warm that even though it's 34 degrees, and I'm moving my light right now, but I'm going to keep talking. It's 34 degrees, and I put up a post of hand knits, of handmade items, with me all bundled up. It's really hot in my house, because it doesn't heat up evenly. Excuse me. So upstairs is warm and I'm warm, so I'm not putting any of this on. I will insert pictures for you. I'll mark that down for you. Okay. Alright. So let's talk about another segment. I don't know what I should call it yet, but call it Frogged Fails. So, let me start with the first one. Well, here's the yarn. I think I just set everything on top of it. And I've been trying to, oh sorry, I was raising it a little high. I've been trying to work with this and figure it out, and oh my god, I've about had it. I'm in the middle of a row and I just don't care. This is pattern, I frogged it 800 times. It's about to get frogged again, and I just don't care. There's no picture for me, so I don't know what this middle section, because this chart says something different from this hot mess right here. So, and this hot mess is also a bit wrong too. I told you last week. So, I don't know. What I was thinking of doing is changing it, doing the section that's not in the repeat part, or the middle section, I will do in just stockinette, and do the other part, what's it called, garter, and then do the little lace in the garter, and just leave it at that. So I'm going to heavily modify this pattern. I'm determined to get this done, to do this, but it's not working out. So I think garter is going to be easier with a pattern I just don't get. So yeah. So this is going to be a frogged fail. I don't know whether to call those fails or not. I don't know. The blanket I'm working on for myself, that can take as long as it wants to take. No big deal. just been a little rough at work that sometimes blankets are hard to get done sometimes they aren't. So I'm trying to work on them a little bit more, but I thought I was, but things got a little crazy in life and got a little sick, so yeah, not happening right now. But that's okay. I'll get them done in due time. They'll get done. They'll get done. That's all that matters. So, all right. And if I don't, I wrote down that I'll donate the yarn, but we'll see. So let's go on to whips. So, and I'm only going to show the whips I'm currently have been working on. What should I start with? Oh, and these are just in bags from Walmart. Excuse me. So there's this sock that I didn't do the decreases right. Oh, that's a needle that I use for the Kitchener stitch. That's where I was last at, and then I did the decreases. Didn't exactly do them right, but as you can see, because I didn't write down my basic sock pattern I was supposed to, and then I Kitchenered the toe, which came out quite nice, I must say. But, you know, it would have came out better had I did the decreases correctly. But anyways, and then I'm doing the afterthought heel, and my stitches are so freaking tight, I'm having a hard time pulling the yarn out. I was so scared about cutting into it, I thought everything was going to fall, and I can have a hard time getting the yarn out. So, but that's where I'm at. So again, hopefully I'll get that done soon. And this is this is how much is left of that ball, which I'm gonna do the heel in this too. And this is this is by Premier Yarns again, and this is Deborah Norville collection in the Serenity sock weight, 230 yards, 210 meters, 50 grams, 1.7. Oh, that's a lot more yards. Oh, that's why there's a lot more yarn left over than I thought. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. Normally it's like, for sock weight, it's like 200 or 400 for 100 grams. So 200 for, I'm sorry, I gotta speak up. 200 for 50 grams, and this is 230 for 50 grams. Okay. So this is, let's see, this is 50% superwash merino wool, 25% rayon from bamboo, and 25% nylon. Let me see how much we used. So it's 50 grams, right? There's about 19 grams left. Okay. So, and this is the colorway, and it's chili. I think I showed you this before, and I'm just doing it on the other double pointed needles are in there, but these are loops and thread, 2.25 millimeter. Come on, focus for me. Oh well. But you get the point, they're just double pointed needles. They are 7-inch double pointed needles. Alright, I just do that on the ground. another bag from Walmart. These are like $2 something. They're really strong and nice, so they're canvas bags. I like them. I keep buying them every time I go to Walmart. I decided to cast on a hat. I have to tink back because I did make a mistake. Hold up. Looks like I'm dropping stitches. Yeah. So I'll show you where to tink back. Alright, I have to tink back to right here because I did two, it's a cabled hat pattern. I'll show you the pattern in a minute. I modified it a little bit, but just because I need a bigger ribbing for my head. So I didn't go down a needle size. You know what? I don't even think I have the color for this yarn. This is a yarn I got from, I don't know, this is an older yarn. And like, you know, it's patents wool, and you know, I do not give that away. Someone was like, you got some wool I can have? I was like, hey, I ain't giving that away. Y'all crazy. It's non-superwash too. And it was like all natural and stuff, so you know they wanted that. And I was just like, yeah, speak no evil, baby. Where is my card for this? I throw them all in here sometimes, so I don't lose them because they fall off. Maybe it's in my bag. I'm scared to lose all my labels. I know I have it somewhere. Oh well. But it's just Patents Classic Wool, New Wool, worsted. And let me pull up the pattern for you. It's on my phone. I normally don't do patterns like that, but I'm sorry, I should have been more organized. I don't even have the name of this pattern. I'm sorry. I don't even know where I found it. But here you go. It's going to look something like that. I will put the information to this pattern down below and on the screen somewhere. Excuse me. And you can see. I'm not sure this hat's even going to fit my head, but we'll find out. It's a lot more stitches than the last hat I made, so it might. So, and I'm just using a plastic, what is this called? Cable needle. And just some needles. And they're Susan Bates brand. Really inexpensive for me to buy, so I bought 2 packages of those so I could do four and then have the 5th needle, because they only come in packages of 4, so which is fine. I like having extra needles. Alright, so the next one I will show that I've been working on is my sweater, and you remember seeing the back, right? Okay. Oh Lord. I finished the front. And then you see. So they'll seam up exactly together. So here's where I ran into the problem why it's not done yet. Okay. I'm still attached to yarn. So let me cover this up first. So this is the first part of the sleeve. It's curling in over there. Obviously it needs to be blocked. And actually I'll hold that down and then I'll hold it this way. Oh geez, it just needs to be blocked desperately. But you get the point of the shape it is. Okay, everything's a-okay. It's a-okay, it's a-okay. And then we get to here. And this is not working for me. I'm not sure why. Well, I know why, because when you attach it here, it's creating these holes. I guess I'm not attaching it right. And I was like, what am I doing wrong? Then I thought, and I've ripped a lot. I've been tinking back on this just to get this just right. Then I realized, as we were talking earlier about the mittens and what I would do, the slip stitch ribbing, I'm going to have to do something like that with this. This is double crochet and single crochet. And I was thinking I would rip back and then seam it. So it's just not working out for me. And then seam it on instead of just putting it on here. Because right now it doesn't look right. So, yeah. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to start the other sleeve like this and then make the two pieces. So it'll go a lot faster. And the difference between this and, yeah, that's the right way. This, I'm going to show you the back, is I did not like stripe it to make that fade look on the sleeves. Because I really wanted it to come down into the gray. So I just did 5 rows of each together. So I have to finish the sleeves and then do the cowl and seam it together. So not a ton left to do. The sleeve, this portion of the sleeve is easy. It's this portion of the long cuff that's really hard. And I was like, well, I could just revert back to a half double crochet, front post, half double crochet, back post, half double crochet, whatever, something like that. But I was like, no, like I did in the front, but I only did a little bit of that, and that's actually, I only did a little bit. It's not a lot. It's not like it's building. So, I think same thing on here. It's only a tiny bit. So, I don't know. So I thought it just wouldn't, like I've definitely modified the pattern heavily, obviously, but I don't know, I kind of like the way this looks, but the way it's coming together, I don't. So I'd rather just seam this and just not have this after all my complaining about people saying, oh my god, crochet is so ugly, it has holes, and look how beautiful and non-holy that is. Look how beautiful. And then there's this, but I think that's just me not seaming it correctly or putting it in correctly. Because some of it looks good. I don't know. Maybe when it's blocked. So, that's my issue right now. So, instead of worrying about all that, I'm going to go ahead and make the other sleeve and then worry about the rest of that. But that's where I am. And it, again, look how gorgeous that is. Look how beautiful. And yes, I did mess up on one of the cables. But we don't need to worry about that. So when I add the, let me just put this right here. Look how beautiful. I'm gonna look so cute. I might elongate this. I'm not sure. I don't think it's falling where I want it, but we'll see. Maybe the half double crochets are putting, but the cowl too part is going to be super big. But anyways, that might elongate the, no, I don't want to elongate this part. Never mind. I'll elongate the bottom. But anyways, so this, I think when this seams together, I'm going to put this in a weird position so you can see. I might I'm not worried about doing short rows because I have such a huge cowl neck, but I might put a row of single crochets around first, and then maybe like a couple rows of single crochet around first, and then do the cowl. So, and obviously I'm gonna do the cowl in separate pieces and seam it, so that's why because this cowl is made by the same way this part is made, and it's just not working out for me. So, and if you remember, it's the, jeez, this is Pagan one, my hot mess of a pattern. It's the Red Heart Entwined Chic Cable Sweater. Who is it by? Who is it by? Not by Marley Birds, by Jennifer Pionk. I'll put that information up. But that's the beginning. It's a free pattern. So, pretty cool. Yeah, it's in black and white. All my notes on the back of all these papers. It's so funny. And randomly there's notes on the back of papers. Alright. So where are we at now? Stash. I didn't get much. I'd saved up money for this, so I knew it was coming out a long time ago. So I had already had this on the radar. And this is Spun. This is by Spun Right Round. This is her Superwash 80/20 sock. I had to put the money aside for this. And this is her Sea Witch colorway, which was exclusive to the Black Purl yarn shop. I'm not sure if I have to cover up my face here. There you go. And I got 2 skeins of that, or 2 hanks. And then, to go with it, I got Kathmandu. And this is just a beautiful tonal. I'm not sure if it'll register. I was just looking at it in these lights. And I think it'll just go with these beautifully. I don't know how people hold these up. I just want to hold it up so it looks nice. So yeah, those have been on. And that's really it, but those have been on the So what's next? Definitely origami for sure. Eventually I'm gonna get that dragon started, but I do have to print out that the new pattern that was revised. Like, oh jeez. And then what was the other thing? The ornaments I showed you last week. I got the stuff, so I got my glitter all set and ready to go. So I already took pictures, so I just have to get those printed out. With the new phone I have to redo the printer and the phone together, but that's okay. And then I just gotta have all my supplies. I'm ready to go, so I just have to get that done. I would like to do a brioche hat at some point. I was thinking about just doing it in cotton because I got plenty over here. I got like these. I think I showed you. I was making some stuff for the family. I wound up like 6 balls of these. So. Ah! Can't turn it. And then I have like this I can do it with. This is leftover. Or I have a similar blue. And but I do have a few other cottons I can use as well. I think that would be a fun practice on some nice slick needles. Just fly right off. Why not? I do like working with cotton, by the way. I don't know why, I just do, but I think it'd be fun, just especially for practice. I'm not really invested in yarn that much when it comes to those. I can get those really cheap, and I get a lot of them really cheap in giant quantities for like, again, I got like over, so these are, oh, gotta turn my scale back on. So these are about 90-gram balls. Almost 100, and that's cotton, so let's see what this one is. Yeah. This is 113, so I mean, you know, you usually get about 400 grams for about $6, so you know, it's pretty nice. I think it's 400, something like that. But I think that would be a lot of fun. And then I need to learn a basic sock pattern for me to do. And why is that? So I can just have a sock on a go. Like, as you can see, I flubbed up my other sock, so I really do need to have a basic sock pattern that I do just on the go, and then I can do all my other fancy socks as I go. And then I want to do more lace work, and that's the stuff I want to learn. So I want to learn to make my basic sock pattern and then learn more lace work. Not that it's really too difficult, and I just haven't done much of it. So I think, well, I want to make a shawl out of this because I haven't done any shawls yet. So like, geez, girl. That'd be a lot of fun. Do like some lace pattern in a shawl. Stuff like that keeps me interested. Straight stock and that doesn't always keep me interested. As we've seen with my one sweater that I had to put down, I was just like, ugh. But I think after letting it rest and picking it back up, it'll work out good. And it's definitely good practice, you know. People may not like the choice of yarn that I chose, but it's good practice for me personally, and I like it, so yay. Excuse me. So, on to the animals. The reason why LaFonda isn't with me right now is because I have to have the window open and it's cold. Normally I keep my door open, but then I'll have cats running in and out, and I just got too many lights up that I really don't want to. And a tripod and my TV, the way it's rearranged. I don't want them to knock it over, so my door's closed, so it's a little bit warmer in here. Normally I leave it open when I'm in here and I let the air flow, but no. So with it being cold outside, I really don't want her here since she's a desert animal. Yeah. And then, so I will insert some pictures. We did buy her some new stuff for her cage, so her cage isn't so bare. And turns out she is a picky eater. I think she was hand fed because just to make her dog friendlier, they call it, like handling dog excessive. It's a weird term. But so that also makes her a picky eater. So I think she was very hand fed. Whereas our other bearded dragon, he's handleable, but he's not hand fed necessarily. Sometimes we do, but not always. And he eats the pellets, so I just put some pellets out, so he's always getting a good amount of protein and vitamins, so not worried about that. And he'll eat freeze-dried products, whereas she won't. So I was thinking that maybe if I kind of just fill her up with a lot of stuff and then don't feed her for a few days and then try to get her to eat the pellets, it might work. So we'll see. We will see. I like the idea of pellets just because you never know what can happen. It's good to have that food on hand, and he eats it, and that means he's getting lots of extra vitamins. We're not sure if the other insects are providing for him. You never know, so now we know. So that's pretty cool. We are going to do Santa pics Saturday with my dog Depeche Mode. I'll put a picture up there, and my teenager, so we'll see how that goes. I'm going to bring my good camera, which is filming me right now, and I'll just do the camera. I'm not even bother with the cell phone. And so I get some nice quality pictures that I can print off, and that'll be a lot of fun. And let's see what else. I think that's it for all of that stuff. I have a doctor's appointment for my son written on here because right before I hit record, they called and I was like, do I have to be at this appointment? She goes, yeah. I go, well, unfortunately, he made the appointment with my mom, who took him the first time. She's like, oh. So I didn't realize I had to be there. I thought you wanted me there. There's a difference. I thought I'd just keep the appointment so he got in, but now I had to reschedule it to the day that I'm not working. So that was easy enough. So, yeah. I think a couple things I need to do. I just need to get cranking on projects, and easier said than done, I know. Make all the things all the time. Yeah. Projects I want to do. Like I said, I'm not going to buy like a ton of yarn at this yarn show. I don't have that much money. I'm only going to buy a few hanks, if that, or one hank. So it's not like I'm spending a ton of money here, so that's cool. But yeah, I really need to get cranking. I'm just gonna go ahead, wind up my skeins for the Geyer shawl, which I'll show you which ones I'm gonna use. It's already falling apart. So I'm going to get these wound up for my Geyer shawl. These are by Misha's Yarn Obsession. These are in Harry Potter colorways, y'all. I'm not a Harry Potter fan, so I don't know all these. I think either, yeah, yeah, that's the color combination I want to do. Aren't they beautiful gradients? Starting right here. This is antiqued. Yeah, okay. This is moody and through the woods, so. So that's going to be my Geyer shawl. I'm just going to leave them right there because I got to get them wound up. And then a while back, I bought this. Which I'm not sure what I want to use yet. It's an extremely rustic yarn. I don't know, I'll probably make some gloves for myself out of this. And I wonder, too bad this is a DK. See how those go together? That'd be cool. I don't think they're too far off though. My tag's missing. I'll have to find it. They fall out. But oh, they might be the same. This is, it doesn't say. It's made in Denmark. Pure new wool. So I could use these together. $250 meters maybe? Let's weigh it. Got 114 grams. I got 107 grams, so yeah, they're about the same then. So, yeah. Maybe some gloves out of those. Let's see if I can find that. Oh, wait a minute. I found it. I probably shouldn't organize this right now. Alright, so... oh, it's Coral Reef and it's Savvy Skeins. It says on here is 100 and... oh, wait a minute. I might have been on the wrong calculation. Damn it. Nope, still on. There it is. Zero it out. Let's try it again. Nope. So, scale doesn't want to work. Oh, the battery's low. That's why. That's what it's telling me. Oh, that's a simple battery too. 2032, because you needed to know that. The little flat battery. But regardless, these are about the same weight and they feel the same weight. So. But anyways. Oh, it even says on here. 100 grams. Never mind. Alright, kids. So, so yeah, I think that's it for today. It's been great podcasting and talking to you guys about future projects. I can't wait to get started on all these fun things. Yeah, it's been crazy. I just want to say I love all yarns, acrylic, wool, and cotton. A little bit on a cotton kick right now. But yeah, and if you're a yarn snob, that's okay. Just let people have their own choices and we're all good. But I just want to send all my love and support to everyone out there. All of you guys, your podcasts are great. You're making beautiful things, so keep on making. I'm going to do the same. Cast on, you know, all the things you want to do, because you know what? You know, it's a short span, so just do it, you know. Have fun. So I just want to spread peace, love, and happiness. And